There is something really dangerous about an insecure person reaching their goals. How many influencers are there that started off really relatable but then ended up being a guru? Give an insecure person some money, some fame, some power, boom, you have created a monster. And I think the main reason for this is that all these things that these insecure people attain, they are all external goals. Very simple example. If you're someone new to the gym and you go there because you want to get huge in 3-4 years, if you did things correctly, you'll probably be huge. Cool. That's an extrinsic goal though. In those 3-4 years, if you didn't achieve any intrinsic goals, if you didn't develop as a person, then you're just the same skinny kid, but now in a ginormous person's body. And I think that can really fuck someone up psychologically. Here is the issue of society at large today. We are often pushed and rewarded to reach our extrinsic goals. Makes sense. But there is no incentive in society today that forces people to grow internally. Because if you're doing great at your job and you're generating millions of dollars for the economy, then you're doing great. But that doesn't require you to be a good person. So yeah, why would we incentivize internal growth? I would argue that actually it is important. Having a bunch of people at the top who are the worst people to work with, who are extremely immature, arrogant, narcissistic, this does not improve society. This actually impacts our external world too. Even though I don't have a solution to this problem, the best I can do is to acknowledge the problem because I really don't think we're talking about it enough. And I'm gonna be 100% real here right now. I've taken lifting weights very, very seriously for the last 4.5 years. And growing up a very insecure person that hated the way she looked like, the gym was a very important endeavor for me because I always told myself, well, if you can't change the face that you've been given, you can do your best to change your body. And I guess that's why I got obsessed with lifting. And I do believe that I made some decent progress. I am actually pretty happy with my gains. However, I noticed that it's been kind of turning me into this arrogant prick. Because if I think of myself when I was 16, I was just all insecure, okay? I was like, you suck, you're ugly, oh my god. Like, I used to wear long sleeves in the summer. I hated myself, okay? However, I'm still that person, but now I'm jacked. So, what happens as a result? Well, a lot of the times I look at myself and I'm like, the same person. I say, wow, you ugly piece of shit. No one likes you. You're so ugly. You've been working out for 5 years. You look disgusting and fat. I say that, but now there's another part of me that switches into cocky mode, okay? And let's make this clear. Arrogance is not confidence. Arrogance is insecure people cope, okay? It's basically trying to mask the fact that you're so insecure to yourself and everyone around you. It's an illusion that us insecure people do to not confront the fact that we're so insecure. So what happens now is I'll switch between the two. Now I'm insecure, but then there's a part of me that's like, yeah, I'm the hottest girl anyone has ever seen in this world. I don't believe that, okay? Just saying that out there. I don't believe that. But I just tell myself that lie from time to time because I achieved the goal of improving my physique in order to feel better about myself and feel less ugly. But my internal progress has been lagging behind. If this is like a 5-year physique, my mental gains are like at year 1 maybe. It's still in its newbie gains. And at least I still have a part of me that's very honest and is humble enough to admit to myself and the world that I can become a cocky ass prick. That in itself is a very important trait, because arrogant people don't want to be called arrogant. That breaks the illusion. No one likes arrogance. Arrogant people just want to act like they're confident, but that ain't real confidence. We all know that, okay? It makes me wonder, what is true confidence? Because I know I'm lacking in that area by far. But perhaps confidence is a little bit difficult to identify because I think it's a lot more subtle. Like, I actually do sense a level of confidence in me that is happy with myself, happier than my 16-year-old self, because I've proven to myself that if I put effort into something, great results can come out of that. I guess the reason why true confidence is so much subtler is because you're not trying to prove it to anyone. All you need to know is that you believe in it. I'm like, yeah, I think I've made good progress with my lifting. I don't have to tell the world that. But I guess arrogance is so loud. You can spot an arrogant person from a mile away. And I think it's because arrogant people don't actually believe that they're confident. And because of that, they have to prove it to everyone else. Because they're like, guys, I'm confident, look at me, look at me, look at me. I guess the message of this video is to shed light to the fact that as a society, we cannot just encourage people and reward them so greatly on just extrinsic success and progress without also pushing them to grow intrinsically. Because as a society, that holds us back from growing. And I think people just forget about the intrinsic stuff because they're like, nah, it doesn't matter. But it does, okay? That's why, like, everyone hates on billionaires, because those guys have so much power in the world, but most of them, they're probably sociopaths. And that harms us. That harms us. We cannot have a bunch of sociopaths with the most power, okay? We need better people to hold more power. That is going to make this dystopia that we live in closer to what a utopia might look like.